Hello. Just finishing getting set up here. Hello there. Seeing and hearing okay? What's up, dude? I have new video. This is a Titantron. I've done the normal mode of these tours, except for Stephanie. I'm not doing Stephanie until they fix this talent up because I don't have her at a level yet where I can do these. So and I've already done Booker because I knew he would be the hardest, so I did him earlier. But I've got Hard in Hell of the Open, the Champions Club, Kurt Angle, and Ric Flair to do. Should I know what Humberto Carrillo is? We'll use Macho Man for the Open Tour. Show you how I'm running him. He is at 4-star gold. We run him black, black, blue with the row break and column break trainers, Farouk and Sarge. So he blows up the board pretty good. A 3-star gold Chris Jericho, which one? Trickster, sorry, a technician or acrobat? So with this blue move, you can just keep breaking 2 blue gems in order to keep refilling his blue move. Against lower opponents, it does cause a pin, but more often than not, you get the win. Hey, Wolfenbane, I got your message on Discord. Glad you could make it. So we're gathering keys, we're gathering some of these tokens. Hard to tell early on in an event how valuable these tokens are going to become. I know they map it out, but they don't say how readily available they're going to be. Like the Wendy Richter tokens in the last event, I think I ended up with about a couple of thousand more than I needed. I know this one looks like it's back into the amounts of the Zombie Finn Ric Flair sort of area, so I think it's going to be more like that to get those players up to gold. Tozawa's good though. Tozawa's underrated. He can be very useful because he steals MP of 2 different colors. And while he doesn't hit as hard as he did during his event because of the boost that he had, he's still pretty good. I like Tozawa. So now you use this blue move to pick a pocket of row break and cross break gems that are going to blow up, and that happens. I'm opening to using some different characters that people want to see during the stream, as long as it doesn't cost me too much in trainers to move them around. So I'm doing a YouTube stream. Do you need something? No, I'm telling you now. I'm just asking. Oh, okay, awesome. I'm not going to open text while I'm streaming. Okay, now we can blow up the board again. I did not get Hogan. I didn't come close to Hogan. I think I have 500 and something shards. So that's a big negative. Looks like this one. Iron Sheik at 3-star silver and Phenom Taker at 3-star bronze. Well, do you have the trainers that make both of those guys good? That's always your first thing. Take up guys who you have or can make the trainers good for. Phenom Taker, I find, is a bit of a specialist. He's good at stealing MP and destroying guys that way, but on his own, I think there are much better powerhouses. Sheik is good. But if you're taking up powerhouses, you want to plan to take them all the way to 4-star gold, because that's when they get their best, because they then become huge health and damage. They become the second most health behind showboats and the second highest damage behind strikers. So getting them that boost at 4-star gold is massive. So if you're planning on taking up a powerhouse, pick one that blows up the board, like a Sheik, like Kevin Nash, like Goldberg, like who am I thinking of? Brock Lesnar, Big Cass. Those guys are who you want to take up to 4-star gold. I don't have either Trickster Taker or Razor Ramon. Well, I have Trickster Taker, I just don't have him to a level where I know how to use him very well. So, and I don't have Razor, so I'm not the best person to ask about that. But again, Razor's a pain in the... They're both pain in the butts in feuds, right, to face, but I don't think either of them are going to be your main trickster. I agree Z Austin is the best powerhouse for most players, and I have him at 4-star gold. I don't regret taking him up there because his damage makes his move set that much quicker. But you can get by with Zombie Austin at at 4-star silver. He beats anybody at that level. So getting up into these levels is when you may decide to change Macho's build. I'm going to go with him at this. Yeah, I mean, if you're taking the event guys up to 4-star silver, 4-star gold every month to max these events, that's costing you what, 25 million in coins? Even though it's not costing you much tokens because we get those special tokens, it's a huge hit in coins. So you really have to pick your spot. You can't do every event every month. So picking your spots becomes important in deciding how far you want to take these characters in order to get the milestones you really want. Obviously, if this Hall of Fame Booker T is available in ways other than getting to that last milestone, that would be ideal, because then you don't need to take Stephanie up everywhere. Because Stephanie looks like she'll be fairly useful this month, but she would go right back into the middle of the pack when it comes to average female superstars once her monthly boost of 4 extra purple gems, which is a huge boost for her, ends. So while it's going to feel good destroying people in her tours and in Showdown or whatever you use her for this month with that bonus, spending those resources is going to have to be a real decision that you're going to have to make, because she's not going to be great once January 27th or 8th hits, whatever date this ends. Right before the Rumble, I think. Are we masked? If you've noticed that, then that's awesome, but I'm not sure I've noticed a loosening of the grip on the loot. It's one thing to pull 3-star characters, it's another thing to pull the same 3-star characters that you already have and that are just fodder in those loots. I think the new Hall of Fame characters, well, we've only seen one so far. We'll reserve our judgment on characters plural until we see Sting. But I think they look like chocolate-covered characters, like you would get in an Easter Bunny stocking. It looks like, you know, it makes you kind of hungry watching the Booker T video, because he looks like he's made of chocolate. But he's very good. I agree, that power gem build, putting 4 power gems out there on every single turn, because it's a 1 charge. And if you have him, if you have Nakamura and Outlaw Taker on as trainers, those gems are pretty powerful and can end those matches pretty quickly. Yeah, I like when they put those 3-star posters in the milestones, you know. Halfway through, there's a 3-star character who may not be the most rare, but it becomes a useful fuse for a lot of people. And for new people, it certainly becomes good to get those characters that way. But I still think the odds could certainly be better in loots. That's for sure. Yeah, I got him too. I just have, you know, I'm not coin poor. I'm at a level where I would consider myself okay on coins to start a month. But I've got way too many guys who I want to increase, you know. Trickster Taker is not high on that list, so while I was happy to get him in that event, I can't see myself bringing him up anytime soon just because I've got so many other priorities. So Brett's going to do some damage on us here. This is where I was talking about getting up into these high level areas against some 4-star gold opponents with 400k health. Sometimes it's a good idea to switch Macho Man from this quick column gem, row break gem build to his more damaging build where he gets a huge bonus for gem damage. But I also don't want to spend too much switching trainers around for this, so we'll see what we can get done here with this build. What have your guys' opinions been of the new characters of the last couple of months? Bruno and Mr. T and Wendy Richter, some of those other characters. We could have got more of a cascade there. This is why I need to get my my Powerhouse Velveteen Dream up to a higher level for this sub nerfing. I want to get him to the max so that I don't have to live through that. Could be in a bit of trouble here if he gets a good match before I can match this black again. Okay, that was a good development. Let's see if 136k will finish him off here. I agree with you, Kyle, completely. I have too many guys I want to work on. I need like 500 million coins in order to take up the guys that I want to take up. And I probably need 100 million just to do the strikers that I want. So you think Bruno is the 4th best tech So behind Black, Kofi, and whom? Yeah, everything's good, man. Just a busy winter. Okay, so I can't get my my blue or my black loaded here. Oh, this is a long match. I should have switched his Wolfpack Sting. Really? I certainly don't think he's bad, Mast. I'm going to switch to his other build here. That's the kind of cascade, if I had on the previous turn, would have ended it. What happens for Wolfpack Sting at 4-star gold? Yeah. I'm doing the laundry. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like Bruno too. I haven't leveled him up I leveled up 3 of his moves and I left him at level 1. And I was able to complete his victory tour at level 1, spending no coin. Just by leveling up the 2 red moves and the green move. So we'll swap out Macho's 3 moves here and give this one a try. So this one you want to go Lawler. And you want to go probably all gem damage, right? Slick Rick. Yeah, I liked having a superstar on the prize wall too. I don't know if chasing is the right word. There's no way Kofi is better than Aleister Black should have. By the way, I'm just scrolling back to see comments I missed in the last 2 minutes. There's no way Kofi is better than Aleister Black. Just, I don't think it's close. I think Aleister Black is the best tech, and it's by a wide margin. I think he's in a tier by himself. So I don't have a blue, but I could get a purple. That was a lovely cascade. I agree with you, Mast. Too many right now. So this gets me my blue. So now I want to try and not cause a pin with this purple move. 6 should load the 2 moves I need. Increase the damage by 89%. And then choose a 4x4 area to destroy, where we want to get blues, as many blues as we can. Looks like that is the most. So that did 105k. Nice cascade. Wow. It was hard, Aaron, to pick between Kofi and Mr. T. I decided to go with Mr. T just to do his victory tour, and because of the fact that I think tech is just a weak class, so didn't want to put a whole lot of resources into a brand new tech, to be honest, considering I already had Bruno from that month. So a bunch of people got Hogan in my faction. I don't say a bunch, I don't know, 4 or 5, so I imagine there were a lot in some of the top factions, but yeah, not a lot of people have him. Yeah, I just figured Kofi's loot was going to be in more loots moving forward than Mr. T. That's why I took T. So this should end the match here. The dogs are good. I think the dogs are sleeping. He is not. I think the only current NXT guy who is in WWE Champions is Velveteen Dream. I think it's certainly the deepest class, Aaron. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 11, 4, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 4-star strikers, 15 with Mr. T. I have 15 4-star strikers. That's just strikers. So yeah, there's a lot of good guys, and I don't even have some of the top ones. Like, I don't have Harper. I don't have NBT. So yeah, striker is a very, very, very deep class. So, the Open Tour is done, hard in hell. Now we can move on to Champions Club. I just got Volkov. And I just got the gear, so he's a project. Mr. T's a project. Hall is a project. Nash is a project. Shamrock is a project. So you can see, yeah, I need like 200 million coins just for strikers. So that's a problem. Yeah, I hadn't gotten that far, but I stopped pretty quick, that's for sure. That's a good start. Yeah, it's almost like you really do almost have to decide, I'm not doing any coin Evo events, I'm not doing any TP events, and just do the tours and the blitzes and the showdowns and the feuds in a month and get what you get and save. Like that's the only way to play without really needing to replenish your stock in some way or another in the middle of the month. It's really, really hard. So if you get to the start of a month and no one's blowing you away and the rewards aren't maybe what you're thinking, there's certainly no shame in saying, you know what, I'm not getting these guys, and I'll see you in February. And then you start that month with a huge head start. I am not a trickster taker expert by any means. I think his Silence Gem build does more damage, but I think his sub build is more user-friendly. I always say at the start of the month, I'm not going to do it. And then, you know, you do the tours right off the bat and you're like, hey, I've already got 16 milestones done. And you're like, well, let's see what I can get. And then you get sucked into, oh, okay, I'll just get this jumpstart pack here and see where I stand. And, oh, hey, this loot looks good. And then all of a sudden you're like, I feel too far in not to keep going. So that's the temptation you just have to resist. Like, don't even look at where you stand in an event. Just don't look. Just do your tours, help your faction, do your blitzes, and ignore the rest for a month. There is a method to why they structure the events the way they do. Tons of tours out early, easy to achieve early milestones. Then you see how spread apart they are at the end. And they also keep changing the tokens and the medallions and the currencies and how much you get and when and what they're worth and how far they get you, so that you can't get used to month by month. Okay, I've figured these events out. I know how to get to the last milestone. They just slightly change them every month so that you can't really go in with a plan. You could certainly make Warrior a showboat masked. He was about as over with the fans as a babyface could have been back then. Certainly played to the kid. The kids loved him, and so you could certainly make Warrior a showboat. Yeah, I mean, that's really what you should do in some of these monthly events, is just play the tours and blitzes to get your ingots, and then buy the resources you need from the prize wall. Don't get seduced by some of the bigger ticket items. Buy the packages that have 20, 30, 40, 50 2-star silver token packs in them and replenish that way. The other thing that I've found is really useful for stuff like that, for TP and tokens, is the showdown store. Don't buy Sting shards, and don't get any characters or gear from there. Really maximize what you need from those places. Yeah, it is, but I mean, it's one extra crossbreak gem, right? So, I mean, I can see how that gives you a little more chance for that random move to hit it. Can't make Warrior a showboat. I don't understand what you mean. How would he be a different character? Most of the characters are the same, but you don't have to give him crossbreak gems. You know, if he's a showboat, you can make him a multiply gem character like Slick Rick. I'm not sure I agree with that. You know, a lot of the guys in the different classes, like Sting's got, 4 of his 6 moves are the same, from Striker to Acrobat Stinger. So I agree with you initially that warrior gear is enticing to a point, and then you just remember that, Warrior's moves that sets off those cross breaks is at random. You really have to get lucky, and not having control over the outcome of a match in this game is frustrating. So when he hits, when that random area move connects with a couple of the cross breaks and gets everything going, completely agree with you. It's fantastic. But when he whiffs, when they don't connect, you can take a lot of damage. Well, if they're doing a Hall of Fame event, Gary, they can't really introduce new characters. They have to give you a Hall of Fame version of someone that's in the game. I thought the way they had been going lately with Attitude a couple of months ago and then Legends that we might be getting a new gen event, but instead we get a whole new era. I think they are going a little overboard with the tag link, because that Hall of Fame tag link at +4 starting MP is just insane. It basically is designed to counteract the perk, right? The perk in Showdown that you can buy to nerf your opponent's starting MP. That would basically, I don't know, would it counteract it? I don't even know. I think you could make a striker Andre the Giant Hall of Fame. There aren't many guys who have held the WWE Championship who aren't in the game. Now that Bruno and Hogan are in there aren't many guys left. There's Bob Backlund, there's Sid, there's Jack Swagger, but there aren't many others. If like going back to the Hogan era, there would be a few between Bruno and Hogan, but just about every WWE champion is in the game now. Yeah, Powerhouse or Striker Andre certainly could be Hall of Fame. Yeah, well, maybe that'll change someday. Who knows? Hi, Wanda Lee. There's a couple of Chris Jerichos in the game. Which 3-star gold one did you get? The green tech or the blue acrobat? Chris Jericho, the list. Or did you get Y2J? Because that makes a big difference. I think they could certainly make a they could make a trickster Triple H. I could see them doing that one day. The Hunter Hearst Helmsley Aristocrat, earliest version of Triple H. I could see that. I thought maybe in the Legend month, Trickster Macho King. Well, there's already a Trickster Macho. So you'd have to find some other class for Macho. There's already a Showboat and an Acrobat and a Trickster, so that leaves Tech, Powerhouse, and Striker. So you'd have to pick one of those, I would think. Yeah, I mean, I started playing the game a little late, so I don't even have Bubba Dudley. I've got Devon, but I don't even have Bubba. And I guess I'll never get Bubba, so. But now that Taz has made an appearance in the booth on the other brand, I agree. I thought Sensational Sherry would be a great addition if they had a new gen month. There's a lot of good new gen characters they could bring in. I don't know if it would be, you know, if there's a cultural inappropriateness now if they were to bring in a Tatanka. But Sherry would be great for new gen women. Do you have the Big Show gear, Ferris? And do you have X-Pac at 9,000 to train him, to coach him? Because if so, I would say Big Show's better than Deadman. I'm surprised Tito Santana's not in the game. But for new gen men, a guy like Rick the Model Martel would be great. With no X-Pac and no gear, I can't recommend Big Show. Sorry. Acrobat Bam Bam. Be funny. Yeah, I have the list Jericho at 4-star silver and never, ever, ever, ever use him unless he's required. He just doesn't recycle. He hits hard once and then he's done. So. It's nice to see Lita's getting an Acrobat version. Oh, I know. Oh, Bray comes in fully loaded. I'm just going to position this so that Triple H can break it. Reload. Giant Gonzalez. Yeah, that would be awesome. That sounds about right for Great Khali. 20 charge black move, overhand chop. Okay, so that's Champions Club and Open Tour done. So we just got Kurt Angle and Slick Rick to do here. I'm not sure how far I'm going to get on Hell with my Kurt Angle, because I do not have the Powerhouse version. So here's a question. I don't know if anyone's done their tours or done any key pulls. Have they put the Faction Vault tokens in the key loot yet? Because when the event was released, the tokens were not in that loot. So I don't know how to get these Faction Vault tokens this time around. So I'm gathering all these keys, but I'm not doing any pulls yet, just because if there's no Faction Vault tokens in there, then I'm holding keys until they are. I used Tech Booker. My Showboat Booker's not high enough. But Booker's tour was pretty easy, so. He's either 3-star bronze or a low 3-star silver. So we'll see how far I can get with it. Yeah, I'm not even doing the pulls until I know the event's working properly. Okay, Andre. Yeah, and I think the Hall of Fame Booker in that vault, even the last one at the end, I think it's just shards. I don't think there's a Booker poster in there. Slick Rick's just good. NXT characters in the key loot or in the event loot? Yeah, I mean, the NXT characters were all pretty much the same. They're carbon copies of each other, just with different colored gems. And they're very much in style of the old gem slinger characters like Miz and Finn Balor, who just flood the board with a particular color. The one good thing about the NXT characters compared to those ones is their finisher helps you recycle. So, like Aleister Black, Striker Aleister Black NXT, I kind of like because he is pretty high gem damage the higher you get with him, obviously. But he's like Balor, except with a better finisher, because the finisher helps refill those. Hey, hand exerciser. Those are always nice to see in your loot crates. Yeah, I mean, Black's the best of the three just because he does way more damage. Ricochet suffers a bit because he generates yellow gems and they're just not worth as much, right? I'm not looking forward to the Hell Mode match in this because Hell Mode Godfather is no fun whatsoever. He can destroy you. I don't know how to beat him. So I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, I drained the prize wall of every 2-star silver token last month. They were one of the best values on there. So every pack that had 2-star silver tokens in it, I got it. Yeah, I'm not saying he's better than a lot of other strikers. I'm just saying that if you don't have some of the top guys, Aleister Black, like if you like Finn Balor, or the guys who just flood the board with a particular color gem, he's not a terrible option because his black gems are worth so much. Brian teased a bit today that he's got a preview coming up on $1 Million Man at 4-star gold, which is fairly impressive. So hopefully that'll be one good thing out of this Hidden Gem series that they've been doing. Because to be honest, I haven't found really any of the guys they've done so far to be gems in any way. Nobody takes them up, and there's a reason for that, because they're not very good. Like Rocky Maivia and who else did we see? Chain Gang Cena and some other really mediocre characters. But I think the $1 Million Man might have some potential with the right trainers. I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Yeah, I really like Shamrock. I like him a lot. I can't see them putting straps on guys you gotta face. That would just be... I mean, we're going to see enough of the guys with straps in Showdown, so I can't see them polluting the tours with them. I have yet to delve too deeply in the world of straps. I've just been selling everything and basically making one belt as good as I can before even thinking about another one. I think I have a strap on Zombie Austin and a strap on Ricochet, and that's about it. Okay, let's see if we can map out something big for just for fun here. If we do that, I screwed it up. If you're not careful, that can happen. This should end the match anyway. A Shamrock tutorial. I could play a couple of matches with Shamrock here while we're here. He's not a very difficult character to play. He's got a couple of different options. I'm not necessarily retired from tutorials. I'm just not an official Scopely content creator now. So I'm not getting the characters to do the advanced previews like the other guys are. So yeah, I mean, I can still do guys, but I have to have them now, right? So once I get a guy and use him, I can do a little more in-depth tutorial than, you know, having to rush through working with a guy you've never played before when you get him advanced. So my tutorials on guys would come out later than normal, but I would have a better handle on them than in the days where they were coming out, you know, the night before an event starts. So all right, let's see if I can do better with the mapping out of a big move here. I should have done it the other way. Anyway. I'm just kidding. I'm not playing very smart tonight, so let's just do that. I would love to have Zombie Taker to be able to do a comparison, but I don't. I ended up short on shards for Zombie Taker. But Ricochet is just, I mean, he's doing 150 to 200k damage on every turn, so that's pretty good. All right, Godfather. Do I think we'll get 5-star characters this year? Probably not, unless they're just in full rush mode to try and get everything they can out of this game before it's run its course. But I don't see the need to be rushing into 5-star characters quite yet. But I've been wrong before. Okay, that went better than I thought. I think the next thing I would like to see is they promised by the end of the year. I know they announced a slight delay, but a revamping of the daily tours, the Monday Night Raw and the Tuesday Night SmackDown, and those daily tours by upping the rewards you get in TP and tokens from there. I think is the next thing that has to happen in the game, because the resources you can collect isn't keeping up with the resources you need to stay competitive. Alright, so those are done except for Kurt Angle and Stephanie, who I'm not even going to touch yet until the talent up is fixed. So let's see what we can do with our $4,255 talent Kurt Angle. Running him with Lawler and Rizar. Unless there's another way you think I should be running Kurt Angle. I guess you could run him with Jimmy to make another countdown gem, but then you're only getting 2. And you're only destroying a 1 green. So I think you got to get that choose move is your big thing. So it said by the end of the year, and then they announced a delay, so I don't know. Coming soon in quotes. I would love a new section of the road. I really would. I'm down to needing just 91 stars on the road to be able to get every star. So that would be kind of cool. Yellow ingots that most people can't get. Why couldn't you get them, Ronald? You just needed to level up Wendy Richter. That was the only place to get gold ingots, was in Wendy's tour. So all you had to do that month was level up Wendy Richter. No, my Cesaro is not what you would call leveled up. The matches I haven't got stars from, all the stars, are the ones you would absolutely expect, right? Brothers of Destruction, Cesaro, the Wyatt family, the Gold Dust ones, just the matches you think would be not 3-starred are exactly the ones that aren't 3-starred. We'll see, William. These events are always easy at the beginning. and then they get you hit a wall eventually. So we'll see where the wall hits in this event. The good thing is this event's a week shorter. But it makes me wonder if that last milestone where Booker T is going to be achievable, because I think the milestone is still 3 million ingots, but we've got a week fewer in order to do it. So I'm not sure it's going to be doable. I'm in trouble here. Hey, Rackers. Because they said he's not going to be available after this month. You either get him this month or you don't get him. Ah. Oh, we're in trouble. Are we in trouble? We still got a chance. No cascade. Wow. That was tight. Wonder when whose footage comes out. Booker T? It's out there, man. I've seen Gersan's video. I've seen DJ's video. I'm sure Papa Brian's done a video. Benny's done a video. So if you're looking for Booker T Hall of Fame footage, it's out there. It's just a Google search away, William. I imagine you're subscribed to other content creators' channels, so I'm surprised you haven't got a notification, because there's about 6 or 7 videos out there. That was a nice cascade. we could be in trouble. When does Wrestle Kingdom start? About 4 hours, 5 hours from now. That's going to be good. Oh. Did I try really hard? I don't know, about as hard as I felt was sane, considering what I saw from the early pulls. When I saw that those shard bags were giving so little, I knew it was never going to happen. I beat him without Triple H? No. No, he's not lying. I know a guy in my faction got him with a 4-pull. Got a 4-star gold Hogan on a 4-pull. So How many shards do you end up with of Booker T once these tours are done? Like 200? 250? I'm not sure how much of hell I'm going to get done with Kurt. It'd be nice if you got to place that countdown gem. I love it when the AI has wild cards and doesn't take them. I certainly don't dislike Showboat Andre. Of course I'm short. I have the tokens to take up another Showboat, and Andre's certainly one of my candidates. That's trouble. This is not going to be an easy kick out. Oh. I just want to get this match done so I can do the little tag match with Triple H. Yeah, Zombie Kane's another guy I missed on. I missed on Kane, Taker, and Cena. I got Paige and Finn. But I really want Kane and Taker, the zombies. They're really good. If I can just survive to get Triple H in. Yeah, I got Zombie Rock. I forgot about him. But I haven't touched him yet. Untouched completely. Ricochet is the bomb. I think older zombies might be easier to get during Spring Outbreak. I'm not sure the new class of zombies are going to be easy to get in Spring Outbreak. I think they'll still sort of treat it like they're the novelty and they're the chase. Zombies come twice a year, William. They come in at Halloween in October and they come in the spring. I mean, that's assuming they keep the plans the same as they've done in the past. I'm still missing Zombie Seth too, otherwise I'd be using him on my Triple H. I finally got Zombie Nakamura in October so I can run Ronda correctly. Ah, I didn't need that cascade. I have 1.15 million, something like that. $1,135,000. I'm sure I could boost it up higher if I made everyone on my roster, if I equipped them with the moves that I have powered up. I keep some people's moves unequipped for doing blitzes and things like that. So I've got 86 of these satchels. I don't think there's much in them, but let's see. Maybe I can get a Stephanie fuse. Nope. Looks like blitz tickets and coins and headliners. 217,000 coins is not bad, but fuse would have been better. Amen to that, Aaron. How many keys have I collected? $52,300 keys. But until they put those faction loot tokens in here, I'm not pulling. So a Stephanie fuse would be good. I have him. A Gallows fuse would be good. Eddie I don't have. I want Angle. This is the one I want. It's the one I want. If I can end this month with Angle, I'll be happy. So I don't know where these faction loot tokens are. Because they're not in here. Shamrock. Okay. Did I pass him? Am I staring right at him? There he is. So I run him with Sting and Titus, an X-Pac. And if we're going against Slick Rick, I'm going to want to put 6 on there. Excuse me. No red match, no black match, no green match. Not the ideal way to start against Slick Rick. Okay, so now we've got our 6 random into the back. Yeah, I'm sort of half asleep. I've always claimed to know a lot about the game. I study the game, but I've never claimed to be a very good player. Try to build with the sub instead of that one that increases the black gem damage. Or it stacks, doesn't it? I mean, it's pretty good. Yeah, if you stack that, I mean, I think what people are doing there, William, is they're using their black show of hearts and stacking that black move as much as they can, and then they hit the red and turn them all into black, and the blacks are worth like 50,000 apiece because the damage on that black move stacks. So sure, you could hit that number, but use 8 props to do it. So that was pretty good. I think Shamrock's tier 1. If you're talking with perks, I mean, we have to talk perks now, right? Because the black starts full. Vault coins are earned somewhere else, so I'm not pulling my keys yet until they fix that. I haven't used Shamrock very much, so I could very well just be massacring his gameplay. I might just be playing this guy all wrong, folks. I don't even know. So you see the damage stacking. Those black gems were worth 16k a piece. Now you stack it again. These ones are going to be worth a ton. So when that black move stacks, it's good. It's just you need a red match in there somewhere, because every time the black move stacks, you lose one red MP, right? So You need a black match to get to that choose. Sorry, a red match. Anyway, let's see if we can 3-star this with the man. The man, the myth, the legend. Ricochet. Good night. So if there's an acro better than that, I haven't seen them. That includes Zombie Taker. So I don't think there's much more I can do tonight. I haven't done my dailies.